there's no such thing as like a typical applicant. We're looking for a wide range of students, but what all of them will have in common is a deep love of learning and a real hunger for challenge, and who are just ready to dive into academics and have a intrinsic sort of curiosity about the world around them.
You know, it's funny. Everyone always wants to know, like, what's the checklist that we have when it comes to what kind of student would be a good student at Charles River School. But the honest truth of it is that we have such a range of learners who are here, kids with all different types of personalities, interests, and that's what makes the school so great. We're really looking for kids who want to learn, who find joy in learning, or who are open to having that experience who maybe didn't have it in their last school. We think about kids who are really curious, who do all the asking of the why at home that sometimes parents are like, maybe you could ask someone else. Well, we're here to do that with your kids.
Our size makes us really different. We are a small community and everyone here knows everyone else. And that's all the way from parents and caregivers to faculty to pre-K students. Like, everyone knows each other.
At Charles River School, we really put a lot of energy into making sure that the tuition encompasses all of those costs. So you're not going to pay extra for field trips, you're not going to pay extra for lunch, for example. Books and all the other supplies that kids need for school all comes in that tuition.
Another part of our curriculum that is really different from other schools is trips and excursions off campus. As they age, we want their world to get bigger and not just be here on campus in Dover. They're really ready for more and we want them to experience more. So some of that may look like in 6th grade, they go to Maine, to Acadia, and they do a coastal ecology field trip, which is rooted in their science curriculum. And in 7th grade, they go to New York City, they see a show on Broadway. And then in 8th grade, the sort of culminating trip for them that we've prepared them for is going to Alabama and Georgia on a civil rights trip. And all of those trips are covered in tuition. So everyone's able to go. It's not a barrier. It's something that we are providing because it's part of our curriculum. That's just an incredible thing that we're able to do, being so small.
Anyone can apply for financial aid if they have any doubt in their mind when they look at the tuition on our website. You should apply for financial aid. One of the really common misunderstandings about financial aid is whether it's a loan or a grant. A lot of people will think of scholarships as the only type of money that you can get from a school that's totally free and you don't have to pay back. But in fact, financial aid at Charles River School is just like a scholarship. It's money that we award that you never have to pay back. We put in a lot of work to try to educate people about it, including doing webinars, and there's so much information online, and I am an open book. I always encourage people, whether they're current families or families who are just thinking about independent school, to just ask, and I'm happy to answer any questions. The early years are so incredibly important. And children's brain development, most of it happens between 0 and 8 years old. And so from our pre-K program, where we're helping them with their pre-literacy work, their math skills, understanding, their social emotional needs, in those early years, we're really helping students build all these skills that are going to last them a lifetime. And I think sometimes families forget how hard it is actually to be a kid and how much learning happens in those early years. So by virtue of us being a pre-K through 8th grade school, we are so intentional in our early childhood program and then also in our middle school program.
Those students are in leadership positions for so much longer than they would be if they were at 7th and 8th grade at a high school. Like, when they're right in the middle, they don't usually get very many authentic opportunities to lead. And here they're the oldest and the younger students really, really look up to them. We have 2 recesses a day for every grade. Even 8th graders are outside for up to or over an hour of their day, like, and all weather, they're outside. And they really benefit from that. Every grade benefits from that, but we also don't have phones on campus. So students are just engaged with each other, and they're just here, and they're present, and they're interacting and learning from each other, and just engaging in that joy of childhood in a really authentic way.
We have faculty here who have intentionally chosen to teach middle schoolers, who are not here because they're teaching one class in middle school and the rest of their classes in high school. Our effort and all of our energy goes into these kids pre-K through 8th grade. And I have never seen a more joyful group of middle schoolers who are playing tag at recess and then going in and doing their science experiments or getting ready for their Model UN competition. It's just a different experience that I think is really wonderful for kids to engage in because it means they're not growing up too fast.
I think part of being a student at CRS is that the advisors and your teachers just know your students so deeply that they're able to give a list that reflects what we have come to know about your student. So we're finding the right next school for them. We know that this can be a very daunting process, and so we are able to really be a partner in that process and help families with their secondary school surge.
At Charles River School, we try to make the secondary school process as smooth as possible. Whether it's a parent who's saying, I'm trying to figure out if public school is the right next thing, or boarding school is something we can consider, those advisors and faculty members in 8th grade know those kids so well to be able to say, yes, I think this would be a great stretch for your child. Or, maybe this is something we want to consider, maybe a smaller environment for your child. And then when students end up at the schools that they go to, because they've had so much experience, working with kids across grade level, getting to know adults in the community, they end up being these amazing members of their new community who people just are sort of drawn to while they're there. And they're in their 9th grade year and they're running for class representative and doing all kinds of things that other kids would be too scared to do because they have that confidence that came from their time at Charles River School.